Hi guys, sorry there was no video last week. I was really busy with school with submitting my final papers for the year, so I didn't get a chance to film a video. But I am back this week with my March haul. That is a little delayed because of that. But let's get into the books I bought in March. Starting with Maggie Stiefvater's The Scorpio Races. I bought this on a whim at a used bookstore for 10 bucks. I've read this book before. This was the first Maggie Stiefvater book that I read. Yeah, it got me into the Raven Boys, which is one of my favorite YA series, and I really like it, and with a hardback copy, can't really say no. Next up is Donna Tartt's Goldfinch. Notice the Heather's Pick sticker. I don't know why, I just find that really funny, and they're really hard to get off, so I just leave them on. This is the second Donna Tartt novel I've read. I read earlier in the year The Secret History by her. This also deals with moral ambiguity like The Secret History. It's really good. It deals with terrorists, art theft, and drugs, would I say would be the main themes, and the concept of family. Really good. Highly recommend it. This is a really big book. I don't think it's coming out in paperback for a while. I actually read it on my Kindle just because I was reading it while I was commuting, but I do love this copy. Another one I have read this month is Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler, aka Lemony Snicket. The art is done by Mayra Kalman. This is a beautiful book. The inside cover is just absolutely stunning. This is the story of Min and Ed's relationship and all the reasons why they broke up, and she's giving him back everything that has to do with it. From paper, little notes, to like toy trucks. It's really painful to read. I thought it was really well done, but it's a very authentic high school relationship breakup, and that they've been dating for 2 months, and this is like the end of the world that they broke up, and it's just a little painful to read, but really good. Next up is a bargain book I got for $6.99, as seen by the sticker. It's The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I was reading that upside down. And it is the retelling of Achilles and Patroclus' love story. In my really big book order that I placed back in February, I had this in my cart and then removed it at the last minute. And then when I was at the bookstore with a friend, I picked it up. I kind of have a thing for retellings of classical literature, so I'm really interested to get into this. Next up is a beautiful art book called Well-Read Women, Portraits of Fiction's Most Beloved Heroines by Samantha Hahn. And this is beautiful another Heather's Pick, by the way. Beautiful paintings of various literary characters. The inside cover is really nice. This is just a really pretty book. It was kind of on a whim. There's not much to it. It's just really pretty. Next up is another whim purchase. The Book Depository was doing sales where new books were up every half hour, and this is one of them, and it is a new translation of Dante's The Divine Comedy by Clyde James. I haven't read this yet. I've read bits and pieces of it and studied Dante, so I figured I might as well read it. Not overjoyed with the cover. It's just really bright. But, I mean, it's fine. It was really cheap. It was regularly retails for $50 and I got it for $10. So no complaints there. Next up, I read this last month, A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. A lot of people talked about it. Just kind of picked it up because. Also, I got Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, the Penguin Cloth Bound edition. I'm slowly building up my collection. I really love this one. It's like a purpley gray with hot pink binoculars on it. Really beautiful. I've read most of that on my Kindle. I think I'm at like 75%. And I just never got around to finishing it, but eventually I will. Next up is Edgar Allan Poe's Great Tales and Poems. Basically just a collection of his works. This is done by Vintage. I kind of like it. I've been seeing these everywhere lately. Yeah, bought it because it's Edgar Allan Poe. I don't know, I really like The Raven and The Telltale Heart, so Next up are two that were sent to me by Quirk Books, The Last Policeman and Countdown City by Ben H. Winters. These are two pre-apocalyptic fictions in a trilogy. The third book's coming out, so they sent me the first two to be able to get caught up for the last book release. Basically, it deals with the moral dilemma of, if you know the world is going to end, do you have to still follow the law? I find this concept really interesting, so I'm really eager to dig into these. I read the first chapter of The Last Policeman, and then I kind of had essays to write, so I haven't picked it up again, but I can't wait to read these. Next up are my two Melville Publishing House, Mathilda by Mary Shelley and Adolphe by Benjamin Constant. Really need to get caught up on these. I haven't been reading them, and with getting to a month, I kind of have a big stack, so that's one of my goals this month, is to get through these. The next two are by Margaret Atwood, the Peloponnesiad, which retells the story of the Odyssey through Odysseus' wife, Penelope, which I'm really interested to get in, and The Handmaid's Tale, which I actually first read when I was in high school, and I hated it, partially because I had really incompetent high school teachers who ruined a lot of books for me. So I'm trying to go back and give them a second chance, and I have reread this already. I really enjoyed it the second time. If you like dystopian feminist literature, read it. She's also Canadian, which is yay. And it's Torontonian, so yay Ontario. Yeah. Highly recommend this. Haven't read this one yet. Need to get through the Odyssey first, which I'm working on right now, but it's going to take me a while before I get around to this one. But I really like retellings, as evidenced by the Song of Achilles, so. And last but not least is this beautiful copy of Fitzgerald's The Beautiful and the Damned. These are the Art Deco covers done by Penguin. I really like these ones. I also want a copy of Gatsby, which I just bought this month. I eventually want them all because they're just really pretty. They don't have deckled edges, which kind of makes me sad, but still really beautiful editions of all the Fitzgerald works, and I really want them all. So I'm slowly building up my collection of that. So that is my much smaller than previous month's book haul. Yeah, I tried to cut back a little bit. It really helped that I was busy with school and didn't spend as much time reading, so I didn't need to accumulate as much, but I find I accumulate so much and I just can't keep up, can't read fast enough as I can accumulate books, so I'm trying to like get through my TBR pile and not have quite so many on my shelf. That's one of my goals this summer, and like get through all the stuff that I get, especially with the Art of the Novella series. I just have like 10 of them I need to get through now. There's so many. So that's one of my goals this month, is to tackle my TBR pile. So that is it for my March book haul, and I will see you guys later. Happy reading!